Hey guys, it's Fern and Edison here. I asked on my Instagram if you guys wanted to see a service dog story time or a sensory corner tour, which I will get to, but just not today. That'll likely be my next video. Well, you're so cuddly today, aren't you? But today I'm going to tell you about probably the worst experience I've had so far being a service dog handler out in public. So me and my mom, we went to a store. I'm not going to name the store because they didn't do anything wrong. They were very nice and even offered to help carry some of our groceries outside for us. But it's a big store, really big store that has its own little food court in it. If you live near me, you probably know which store I'm talking about. Hi, Edison, hi. And this store is very overwhelming. There's a lot going on. There's noise and people and carts and oh my goodness, it's big. It's intimidating. And I needed a break, which I know often in stores I will need a break. So I went over to the food court and found an empty table. Now I sat at the accessibility table because I had Edison with me and I needed room for her to be under the table. And this lady came up to me, like we were just minding our own business, and this lady came up to us and said, "You shouldn't be sitting there." And I asked her why. She said, "That spot is for disabled people, you're fine." And I often take these moments to educate people and things like that. So the first thing I said was, I am disabled, I have a service dog, she requires the extra space. And she pointed at the logo on the table, you know, the wheelchair logo. And she said, back in my day, you had to be in a wheelchair to count as disabled. All you kids with your anxiety disorders nowadays. Which isn't even the reason I have a service dog, so I don't know why she assumed that. But I explained to her that accessibility is more than just wheelchairs. It's about making sure all the marginalized groups and any disabled person has access to what they need. And for me, that meant sitting at an accessibility table. I explained this as kindly as I could because I never want to give people a bad impression of a service dog team. I feel like that's my responsibility to the whole service dog community to be as polite and respectful as I can. I'm not going to call anyone out, but I have seen in the past, especially online, service dog teams being very rude to people who don't understand. I think that's damaging, but that's just my opinion. And so this lady, after I explained to her what accessibility means, she kind of scoffed and said, you know, you should be in a wheelchair if you're gonna sit there. And in my head I was thinking, but I already explained this to you. I don't need to be in a wheelchair. But as soon as she started talking to us, Edison went into action and stood right in between us. She was blocking. This was while she was still, well, okay, so service dogs are forever in training, but when she was still quite young, and I was impressed that she was able to block for me. But I eventually had to tell this lady in a very unkind way, which I kind of regret because I like to be as polite as possible. I told her to like kind of buzz off and, you know, don't bug me anymore. That is, I think, the only issue I've had. Well, one of the only issues I've had handling a service dog in public. All of the stores I've been to have been great. No one's asked me for a letter. No one's asked for identification or anything. But I guess it's just people and their ignorance. If you want, I can do a little service dog in high school thing, because Edison does come to high school with me, and she does really well. But if you have any video ideas, please leave them in the comments. And if you have any opinions on how you would handle a situation like that, like, let me know. I'm always open to hearing what other people have to say. Also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's ferns_space. You'll see all of me and Edison's adventures together. Alright, bye for now.